in your relationship, are you the little bit stronger side? Are you a little bit on the stronger side?
The woman always has the power.
That's true. You know what? That is true. That is true. You know, I've been told and I've been learning. Don't think, just do whatever I say. It seems to be that way.
Yeah,
you know?
what I say goes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Women are always right.
We're
always right.
Why is that?
Well, women,
Because
we
men
are
are wrong.
always
Yeah.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. You believe that too?
Of course.
Oh my goodness. Welcome back to Profound Profanity. I'm Joe.
I'm Nicole.
I'm Hannah.
There's a very special guest today.
Woo!
There's Hannah. She is a woman of many, many accomplishments. She's an incredible woman.
Oh, what do you know about me?
We're
What
about
do
to
you-
find out. We're about to find out today. We are about to find out today. I just know that you're an incredible woman.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
So, what are you about then? Why did you come here
Yeah.
today?
Well,
Well, it's because Sharon and Charles are taking a little
Break
sabbatical
today?
today.
Yeah, yeah.
Nicole was like, you want to come
Can
this
you
week?
fill in?
Yeah, I was like, sure, why not?
Yeah,
I have
he was
nothing
in
better to
town.
do.
I really appreciate you coming today.
Thank you.
Yeah, because it was about to be just me and Joe, and I don't
Why?
know.
It would have been a wonderful episode regardless. It would have been a wonderful episode
A little
regardless.
sibling episode,
Yeah.
family channel.
Anyways, you're on break right now, right?
I am. I have one semester left.
One semester left.
Mhm.
Did you already
walked,
walk?
though. Yeah.
Okay,
I
okay,
walked
okay. How was
in
that?
class. I didn't fall on stage, so that was good.
That's good. That is good.
All
You're
that matters.
CS major?
I am a CS major.
Wow. Make sure you come back on the
Tech-girly.
pod a lot because we're gonna need the funds backing, VC backing. We're gonna need the angel investing.
A sponsor.
Yeah.
Silent
Yeah.
investor.
Yeah.
All right, bet. Once I'm
We-
rich.
Yeah, we have an annual return rate of about negative 0.5%.
Oh.
So whatever money you put in we're just a drain.
Oh, okay.
But it's a good time regardless. Do you enjoy CS?
It's all right.
Do
Not the worst thing.
you think that you wish you did something else, or you're glad that you did CS as your major? Coming to the end of your school career.
Well, I don't really know what else I would have done if I didn't do CS. So I guess I'm glad.
I see. I mean, I could see you kind of like as a lawyer too. I think you
Oh.
got that lawyer tone.
I
Your
don't think
voice-
so.
Your voice, you got that lawyer tone. Like
No.
I don't cry or laugh too much.
I really feel like Hannah, she's got this like kind of stern voice where it's
Oh.
like when she speaks, people listen type of voice. You know what I'm saying?
Like, you're not guilty.
Yeah, something like that. Some kind of prosecutor, something
I see.
to decide someone's life. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Whether
maybe.
they're gonna spend the next like 30 years behind bars or whether they're gonna live like, with a huge pension money or something like that.
I feel like that's a little too much power for me. I don't
Oh,
know.
are you type of
don't-
power trip?
Oh,
A little bit?
I don't think so. I don't know.
In your relationship, are you the little bit stronger side? Are you a little bit on the stronger
The
side?
woman always has the power. in a
That's true. You know
relationship.
what? That is true. That is true. I've been told and I've been learning. Don't think, just do
Oh,
Yeah.
whatever I say. It seems to be that way.
yeah,
know?
what I say goes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Women are always right.
Why is
We're
that?
always right.
Why is that?
Well, women,
Because
we
men
are
are wrong.
always.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh wow. You believe that too?
Of course.
Oh my goodness.
You don't believe
Always.
Oh. Yes and no.
that?
I mean, it's just
What's the yes and what's the no?
sometimes I feel like it does. No, this is not for every case, but there are situations where the guy will drive, the guy will take them to somewhere, the guy will pay whatever,
Okay.
and then the woman has still all the power. What's up with that?
Okay, no, not in that sense. We're saying that women are always right when it comes to like
A right or wrong
issues.
judgment?
Yeah.
Your
Yeah,
judgments are that clear?
Of course.
Both of you. Oh,
Yeah.
oh my goodness. That you don't recall a time when you were
2020
wrong.
vision, okay?
You
It's
don't
always-
you don't recall a time when you were wrong?
There's nothing to recall.
Oh, wow. Wow, look at this woman.
Oh, wow. You don't recall a time when
You
you
know,
were
okay,
right?
maybe I'm like the top 2%, but this woman is top 1%.
This is the 99.9 percentile. You take that SAT, she's the 0.01 percentile of the population that gets that excelling score. Nothing to recall. Incredible. Wow. Now, so I'm assuming you never get into, a little confrontation with your friends, with your significant other, whatever it may be, because you're always right. There is nothing to go back at you about.
No, when I need to make a correction.
Oh, okay. So, so you're the type to come direct.
Yeah.
You don't ever.
Actually, Nicole and I have been friends for how long?
10 years since 6th grade?
Yeah.
How old are you in 6th grade?
I don't know.
16.
No.
You're not 16. You're not 16. Oh,
Wait.
14?
11?
11?
14 is freshman year.
Well, because
wow.
6th grade.
Oh, I guess
senior
so,
year,
yeah.
you're like 18.
Yeah.
Oh,
minus
yeah.
6.
You know what? Yeah. You know what? That
12.
makes sense.
11,
That makes
12.
sense. Yeah. Oh,
We've
wow.
been friends for like 10 years now.
Yeah.
Wow. Why are you still friends?
Oh. I mean, we've never like really gotten into an argument.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, like, regardless of whether you get into
You know,
argument,
Hannah's honestly kind of, I have like a little bit of like a,
beef.
no.
Oh,
Why do you want to start something,
I'm
man?
not trying to start.
No,
something.
it's just like there are
Questions.
certain friends that I have where I'm like a very few where I'm like, it's kind of odd that we're friends, and Hannah's one of them.
Why is that?
I feel like our lifestyles are very different in
I
a
feel
sense.
like we're not very similar.
Yeah.
So
Like, okay, like on like a moral value, whatever level, like we're similar, but like in the way that we do life, I feel like it's not similar.
Yeah.
Also, we don't really see each other that often.
we don't even really text unless we're hanging out either.
Yeah.
That's fair. I mean, I have a lot of friends. But majority of my friends are like that. Like, unless we're planning to hang out, we don't really talk.
Mm.
But then when we do hang out, we pick it right back up from
Yeah,
where
yeah,
we, left it off at.
That just makes like the hangouts a lot more fun because there's so much to catch up on.
Oh, I see. So
Yeah.
you guys have kind of like a brother type of relationship. Because
Sister?
it's kind of like, I feel like that's more like how guys' friendships work. We don't really talk in between that much. Because girls, like, you guys like to text a lot,
Right.
but you guys don't do that. You guys have like kind of like a more like a brothers type of relationship.
Sure.
I guess
if you wanna put it that way, yeah.
I mean, obviously, I'm
It's
assuming.
so weird that we don't like
text.
talk.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I feel like the distance also probably has something to do with that because I mean, Hannah's literally on the East Coast, so
Right.
But then if they're like big updates occasionally,
yeah,
we need a FaceTime.
Yeah, we need to schedule. We need to schedule a FaceTime
Yeah.
because of like the time difference.
Yeah,
too.
right.
So
How do you like the East Coast? Do you like the cold weather over there and the humid summers?
I do like the cold weather. I don't like the humidity because it'll make my hair all black.
Oily?
No, not oily.
What does it do?
Just like frizzy-ish. Because I have like slightly curly hair.
Right. Oh, and then it'll
So-
accentuate that.
Yeah, and I just like that's why I like the dryness here. But I like
in terms
the
of
cold.
people, how do you like it?
People I feel like they're
Like
not
the culture.
as friendly. Well, actually, I'm in like a smaller town in the East Coast, so like people will be friendly-ish.
Yeah,
but-
Hannah was having so much fun
Oh,
her
right?
her first 2 years.
Is that right?
Oh, she was.
yeah.
What's the demographic like in your?
A lot of white people.
Uh-huh.
All white, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But
Interesting.
I mean, like in our school, it's not all white. They're like
Right,
obviously a little bit of a mix. But like
But the area
outside of
you're
the
in,
school,
yeah.
it's just all white.
Yeah. So do you plan on living in the East Coast or do you plan on coming back to the West Coast?
No, I plan on staying in the West Coast,
Okay,
somewhere
okay.
along the West Coast.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not sure exactly where,
Yeah, somewhere up or down the West Coast. Okay.
but I like it here.
Man, this is a very interesting one because we all went to high school together.
We were in band together in middle
the three of
school.
us.
Oh, yeah, I
Band
forgot
together.
about that.
Yeah.
I forgot that we were in band together.
Yeah, so you've also known Hannah for 10 years.
No, yeah.
Oh, true.
Yeah, I
didn't even
have.
think
It's
about it
just
like that.
it's just for some reason I don't remember you.
Oh, I thought you said I'm incredible.
No, yeah, exactly. Somehow you managed to
She
be
literally sat
invisible.
next to me in band.
Next to me?
Next to me.
Oh,
I remember.
Yeah.
What did you play?
and
Dawn.
Jackson's brother.
And Isaac. Oh, I
Ian?
almost. No.
Jordan. Yeah.
Oh.
You and Jordan would always like mess around.
Right.
You guys sat next to each
With our obese teacher. Well, there were two obese teachers. You're talking about the guy or the
Mr.
girl?
Cal.
Yeah, Cal.
Oh, Mr. Calderoni.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the superior teacher.
Oh, loves him.
He's a good man. And then
He's my favorite teacher.
and then the fat whale bitch came in next and then fucked it all up for us, huh? We had a wonderful band going on until her, and then she really fucked us up with her little "Let us begin" speech in the beginning of class. Really got me fucked up.
Wait, what?
I quit band because of her.
Really? Is that why you quit?
Yeah, because I didn't like her.
I left high school because of her.
Shut up.
I left high school because of her.
Did I quit before you or did you quit before me?
I quit before you. And then
Oh,
you were there for a little bit.
Yeah, not even the whole year.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
And those were some good times. Nicole and I would like always crack up.
Yeah, we don't.
And we almost got detention twice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, good
really?
And even it was Mr. Cal that almost gave us
Yeah.
detention.
The nice
What?
guy. Nice
Really?
guy. Cal.
Because we couldn't.
I was there.
Yeah.
I must have
yeah.
been because I was there when Amy was
was-
there.
It was
Yeah.
just that one year that we had Mr. Cal, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
I
because we
was
would
with-
laugh
you
way
know,
too much in class.
I remember specifically when I was in 5th grade, there was like this like assembly, and then it was like to kind of like promote band class to the kids going up to middle school, right? Because our middle school started at 6th grade. So Mr. Calderon, he like, waddled his way into the front of the class, and then he was like, "Hey guys, like I'm the band teacher and whatever." Anyways, he sold me, and then I joined band class starting 6th grade, and I know
Because of him?
yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Well, I known him for a very long time, and then I thought that playing the saxophone is mad cool and stuff like that. Turns out it's really not.
I like the saxophone.
It's cool, but not the way we did it.
My cousin, I never made this connection before, but my cousin's name is Joseph. He
Uh-huh.
also played the saxophone.
Oh, really? Maybe it's something about the Joes and the
Yeah,
saxophone. Like it comes together very well,
Maybe.
man. So, do you remember me back from high school? Like,
Well, yeah, because you're Nicole's brother.
no, I know, but like, do you remember? Do you have any like encounters with me that you remember, or is it just like I was
No,
Nicole?
I don't think I ever talked to you until after graduation.
That's what I'm saying. I don't remember this woman.
like until I started hanging out with Nicole last summer.
Right.
I never really interacted with
Yeah,
her.
none of my
right.
friends really interacted with my brother.
Yes.
Also, I feel like you were very different back then.
I was.
You're a lot more extroverted now.
Yeah. What it was is back.
Puberty.
Yeah. Back in high school and middle school, like, I was going through, yeah, I guess puberty. It's just it's a
Major
tough time
changes.
it's a tough time for myself and people around me during that time. It's just,
Nicole agreed.
yeah, the thing, I started to open up my heart to, it must have been starting like when I was like 16 or something, like after I left high school, because
Yeah.
that's when I started to see the world around me. I was like, oh wow,
It's not as dark as I thought it was.
Honestly, I don't even know what the hell I was doing in high school. I just remember my whole entire life was dedicated to like playing sports and going to school and playing video games. Like that was my life. I was like just activity or games.
Every guy.
No, yeah, but like not every guy was like as low key as me. Like I was like, I literally didn't do anything else outside of that. I didn't even like really hang out with people. It was just either I'm playing football or I'm playing video games. It's a sad time, honestly. It's a really sad time. So you think I changed a lot since high school?
Definitely.
Is that the vibe?
I think so.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think like even when I came to Nicole's house, we wouldn't even say hi to each other.
Oh, is that right?
I think so.
I wouldn't say hi.
Or like, it's not like I would say hi and you don't say hi back. It's just like
Yeah,
we
yeah.
just pretend like we didn't see each other.
Really? Wow. I thought I always said hi.
I probably
at
didn't
least.
see you, Hannah. You're like 4 feet anyway.
How tall are you?
5.
No, you're 5.
Did you actually hit the 5 or are you 4'11"
5,
saying
okay.
5 with shoes on or 5 without shoes on?
Without shoes.
With socks on though?
socks?
What's socks gonna do?
Socks like a millimeter.
Not
it has
even.
it has a
If I'm like standing on the
it's
socks,
a possibility. It's
squished.
if you have the dry fit socks on, they have the maybe like a quarter inch.
They're my
Like,
socks.
Okay, yeah, I guess they don't do much. Anyways,
Yeah, she's a solid 5 feet.
damn.
Maybe I'm still growing.
It's great to be hopeful, but be realistic.
I still have dreams of being in the NBA.
Oh,
When you're sleeping.
No,
Like
that's why I
just
sleep. That's
action.
why I sleep early.
how
too.
often do you play basketball?
A couple times a year. My training is I do a lot of visual training, personally.
Visual, like
Yeah.
imagination.
No, like watching.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Studying the plays, things like that.
I see. Did you watch the basketball games?
I was watching like the playoffs until the Lakers lost, and then
Sad stuff.
Yeah, I really don't care anymore because the Nuggets are gonna win anyways.
Maybe you should try just being the sports. What are they called?
Caster.
Commentator?
Yeah,
I can't.
because if you watch, obviously.
Do you know all the rules?
No, that's the thing. I don't know it that well.
So your dreams are just dreams.
No, exactly. That's why it's the difference between dreams
Unattainable.
and goals. It's a huge thing.
Yes, indeed.
So, what is our
Oh,
first?
so my friend sent in a question, and
Which friend?
Stephanie.
Okay.
Yeah. So she was asking whether you guys would want to know your cause of death or your time of death.
I think I would prefer to know the cause. Well, is this assuming I can change the outcome or no?
No, I don't.
Well,
think so.
no, because
You
then
just know.
what's the point of knowing your cause of death? Because you're gonna die a different way then.
Okay,
I
yeah.
think you just
It's
know.
not like a time
If
machine,
I can't
Hannah.
change anything, then I would want to know the time to know like how much time I have to do whatever I want to do. Like if I know I'm gonna die next week, I'm obviously not gonna study anymore. But if I know I'm gonna die like in 50 years, then I'm gonna do my job.
You know what?
whatever.
Good. That's an interesting thing. What would you do if you're gonna die next week?
Uh,
Between let's just say like 10 days.
I
What are you
guess-
doing?
Oh God.
Are you spending all the money you have? Every penny you have, like you're like just doing outlandish stuff. The most outlandish thing you could do with the money you have right now.
I don't know if I would spend all of it. Maybe like leave some for my parents or something.
Okay.
But then if I would want to go like skydiving or maybe go to Greece,
Oh wow.
like travel a little maybe.
In 10 days. So you go to Greece, you're skydiving.
Yeah.
You're
eat some good
skydiving into
food.
Greece.
No, not necessarily. It
Okay.
doesn't matter where I
Oh,
skydive.
okay.
In the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
I want to go cliff diving.
I don't want to do that.
Oh.
It seems so fun.
No.
I've done like little like mini cliff jumps.
How mini is mini?
I don't know.
Like how many feet?
I couldn't. Maybe I want to say something like it wasn't crazy. Maybe
Like one story, like maybe like the height of this.
maybe like I want to say 15, 20 feet. It's not crazy.
That's like
One story is like
15, 20 feet. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't crazy, but when I was standing on top of the rock, it was like kind of scary. I don't know. How
I could
people-
imagine that because
like,
like it's
yeah.
like
I did it in
what,
Hawaii.
2 or 3 times your height. Like
Yeah.
that's a lot.
I did it in Hawaii,
Mhm.
so it's kind of like, I don't know. It was interesting.
I feel like taller than that might be a little too scary for me. Is this okay? Okay, so if I know that I'm gonna die in a week,
Mhm.
is there no way that I die earlier than that?
No, he's just gonna die at that time.
So, like, I
well, I
could
mean,
do as
maybe when you're cliff
risky-
jumping or like skydiving, maybe you die faster.
Oh, so
Okay, I
there is a
mean,
way.
If there's an accident, sure.
Okay, yeah, I guess if you do something stupid or like you like intentionally try to speed up the process.
Or, like off
but-
myself.
Yeah, but like in the most normal situations, like you probably won't.
I see.
So,
Why? What are you trying to do?
No, because like
You're like trying to see if I could jump off a building and see.
yeah.
Because I know this, I have this like protection around me. Nothing else can. Yeah.
You're not invincible.
Oh.
So
Okay.
human. My friend, you're so human.
And what would you guys do?
If I knew I was gonna die, man.
Well, first of all, would you rather know the
Yeah.
cause of your death or your time of your death?
Well, after what she said, I'm same with her now.
Maybe I should be a lawyer.
Yeah, see, it was very, very convincing. I think, yeah, I would rather know the time. And if it was next week, I would. I really don't know. I don't think I have like huge like, oh, I want to do this in life. I don't know. Maybe go, yeah, maybe travel. That's about it. I don't have like a specific like I want to do like, for example, like skydiving or something like that. I don't know.
Try that.
I want to skydive.
Well, it's just it's not a huge interest for me, honestly. Like it's cool, but I have to do this.
I see.
Yeah.
What about you?
Skydiving is something that I have to do before I die.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's on my bucket list.
It seems fun,
Yeah.
and like you're with a professional.
And I feel like the thrill would just be insane.
yeah, because like when else are you gonna feel something like that?
Yeah. It's like you're right in
The
between
life-
life and death
Oh,
in the air.
Like you guys like life and death situation. What is? I feel like a lot of girls like that. Life and like they love thrill. I feel like more than guys, honestly, sometimes. Because I don't really want to
I
experience.
feel like
life
there's
and death.
different types. Okay, maybe not life and death, but there are different types of thrills.
No, yeah, like the roller coasters and whatnot.
Or like
I,
horror movies or
yeah, I prefer like just more, stable. Like just
Like tame, just like travel, eat good food.
no. Look, I mean, there's some things like that I would like. That's like thrilling. Maybe like
I mean, like
going in a
driving
fast
like a
car.
fa-
Yeah, sure. But like in terms of like skydiving, that's like a whole another level. I feel like you have so little control with that.
Actually, these days I've been like wanting to try riding a motorcycle.
Oh, really?
I think that'd be fun too.
I don't know
yeah,
why
yeah,
these
yeah,
days
yeah.
I've been thinking about it so often, but like I see motorcycle on the street, I'd be like, oh, it seems fun.
Oh, that's interesting. What are you guys? Well, how do you guys feel about motorcycles? And like, would you try to ride one or?
I wouldn't ride one regularly. Like I wouldn't get my own motorcycle. I just want to try riding one once.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Start off with like a Vespa.
Because it is like dangerous. Like
No, yeah,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure. So you want to start with like a little scooter? Is what you're saying?
Little Vespa.
Yeah,
I can imagine her in a Vespa.
yeah, for sure.
Like a little like a sky blue Vespa.
like a light turquoise.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you? Do you want to know how or when?
I want to know when.
You want to know when?
Yeah. Because okay, this is also what my friend said. Like the cause of death. It's like, let's just say it's not a peaceful death. Let's say you're not dying in your sleep, which is the most peaceful way we can go.
Yeah.
And it's like you get, I don't know, like okay, in the most extreme sense, like maybe tortured or like shot or
Oh, good lord.
stabbed or like like
Yeah.
painful ways to die or like
Right.
like cancer or something.
Right.
I don't want to know that.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Yeah,
have to live in fear for the rest of my life until that point comes, and you don't know when
Yeah.
that point's gonna come. So I feel like you just be paranoid like for the rest of your life until you
Yeah.
die.
Yeah. Yeah. That is true.
And then
That is
like
true.
Or if it's like a car accident,
yeah.
you're gonna be scared to drive.
Yeah.
And then like if you like drowned or something, every time you look at water, it's gonna
Yeah.
remind you of your
Oh,
death.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like that would just make you not want to live at that point because you're just so scared of going out even because of whatever your cause of death might be. Yeah, I'd probably choose time too.
Okay, you know what? Speaking about death and life so much, it reminded me. Somebody said, because they know that like living life is so difficult and there's so many bad things that come with living, they said if they had the choice to never be born, they would take that instantly. What do you guys think about that? So if you were never born to begin with, right, then you wouldn't have to experience all the joys, but also all the difficulties of life.
Right?
Would you take that option to never be born?
I don't know.
Oh, who said this to you?
Anyways.
I think they need help.
No, yeah.
That's like something what a depressed person
Yeah,
would
yeah,
say.
yeah.
Okay, well, see, here's the argument.
Yeah.
I know it kind of goes a little bit out of the way of what you're saying, but if you like right, you're asking like right now would I choose to
Yeah. Like if you had the choice
see, but
of
in my head
rewinding
I'm like, it
everything
doesn't
back.
even matter.
No, yeah, exactly. Like that's what I
Because
thought too.
if I'm never born, it doesn't
No,
matter.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Like at this point, for us, it's like we're just dealt these cards, so we have to live by them. You know,
Mhm.
we were dealt the card of life, so now we gotta live, right?
Right.
But if you had the choice to not experience anything, like because if you were never born, it would like you wouldn't even know it. Like ignorance is bliss. Like nothing, you're nothing. So would you take that, or would you still want to be existing?
I think I would still.
Exist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's what I said too. Because
Because like, what is there to lose?
Yeah.
Because the other option is you don't exist at all.
Like,
no,
you
yeah,
wouldn't know anything.
Because I'm more of like take the route of more possibility. Because like when you're not existing, there's there's only one thing. You just don't exist. But when you're living, there's like multiple possibilities, options. Like I always take the route of more options in life. But yeah, it's just I was telling this, but I was like, dude, that doesn't really matter. You're already here. You're already here.
Yeah.
Like think about that as like really, you're just wasting your energy thinking about that kind of stuff.
That's a very peculiar question.
Right? Yeah.
I've never.
Yeah, me
thought
too.
about
I've
that.
never thought about it too. It's like
what if you're not born and you lose the opportunity to be like Beyonce or something?
no, exactly. But they're saying like, yeah, like I would rather forego all of that to have the option of not suffering, not experiencing pain, not experiencing difficulty.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, well, this person must have suffered a lot in their
Yeah,
lifetime.
yeah,
by
I
now.
guess so. I guess so. I guess so.
Because like if you were to take the other option, I feel like that just means that your difficulties outweigh the positives in your life.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, because if they were happy and rich and had the life that they dreamed of, then they would not be thinking the same way.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think existing is better for me at least. I think the positives of my life so far outweigh the negatives. Definitely. You know what? That's what I should tell this person. That's a good
But
one. Hannah.
what if
Do the negatives in your life outweigh the positives right now?
what if they say it does?
I'll be like, damn. Well, let's try making your life a little bit more positive than to outweigh the negatives.
I think this is like so like deep and like sentimental maybe.
Uh-huh.
But I think it's just a matter of appreciating those difficulties too.
Right.
And think it's really just about perspective
Yeah.
at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like, because if you keep dwelling within that problem or hardship or whatever you may have gone through, you're never going to get anywhere. Like you obviously have learned something and you got to appreciate that you've learned something, even though it was a bad experience.
Yeah.
And everyone goes through, hardships and trials in their life. It's just a matter of how they look at it and how they choose to move forward with it.
Yeah.
And that could turn out into something that's, in the future might be a positive thing for you.
Yeah.
Because of what you learned from that situation.
Right.
So, yeah, you should tell this person. It's all about perspective.
Yeah. Definitely. Something like that. It's just, like I really have to think about it for a second because I never even considered the possibility of not existing because I am. It's like so like pointless. It's not something that I can control. It's not something that I can like reverse.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's just the way it is with this person though. But yeah, definitely what you said about like, does it outweigh the positives? I should find out.
Are they okay?
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
I don't know if they're asking questions like that. I don't know.
It seems so. They said it with a smile on their face.
That doesn't mean that they're okay, Joe.
Okay, well, we'll see.
Well, damn. How do we get here?
The
life and death stuff.
yeah.
Got it. I don't know if you guys have an example for this, but is there a time when you guys were dealt with a situation where you should have been confrontational, but you weren't?
Mm, I think. Oh, I think I'm like that all the time.
Are you
Honestly,
not a very confrontational person?
no. I feel like I am a confrontational person, but
He can't be bothered.
a lot of times, unless like it's so striking to me in the moment where it like really pisses me off, especially as of late, like I try to not be so, hot headed. So like for me, I guess it's like one way or another. It's like I'm gonna be all up in your face about it, or I'm just not gonna touch it at all, type of deal. So if it's like I try to not, get too heated about it, and then like I just like I can't be bothered to deal with it anymore. I'll just let it slide.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that
It's
with
like
me with my friends all the time these days.
you don't want to like start something and then just leave halfway.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
is it really worth the effort to go through all the way with it?
Exactly. So yeah, these days with a lot of my friends, I just let it go and I don't deal with it. But I guess somewhere in my mind, deep inside, it's adding up, and one day I'll like become
Blow
like
up.
a volcano on them.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like at least with my close friends, I don't think I really have a situation where something bothers me enough to confront them about it. Like obviously, if I don't consider them a close friend and something bothers me, like I don't care enough, right?
Right.
So I won't confront them about it, but I don't think there is anything where I regret not bringing something up
Mm.
because I'm always right.
Wow, good. Wow.
Just a little reminder.
Wow,
Slipping it in there.
starting episode 1, her and Sharon, they've been incredible 1
Now you
percentile
know.
women all
Now
the
you
time.
know.
Oh, you and all your friends are
She-
actually the
She
same way, huh?
is the mastermind behind it all.
You and all your friends, you guys are all this way. You guys, are right 100% of the time. You're never wrong.
Yeah, like if I'm right 100% of the time and she's right 100% of the time,
Yeah.
what is there to confront her about?
Oh.
You know?
Wow. Wow. Wow, I'm having a brain aneurysm. That's crazy.
No, you're having a revelation. This
What?
is
No,
this
this
is
is not-
enlightenment.
This is
Yeah.
not a revelation.
This is
I
an
knew
enlightenment for
it was
you.
this way in your minds. I just didn't know to what degree, but damn. Wow.
I've had a situation. It's not regarding my friends,
Okay.
but there was this one time I went to visit my friend, and there was this, it was like one of his like housemates, and like we were all like drinking together at like somebody's house, and so like me and like this guy friend, we've known each other since like elementary school. So like there was this one time, like when we were younger, we would just like play around, or like there was like one time where I kicked him.
Okay.
So we were talking about that, and then my guy friend was like, "Oh yeah, she used to kick me, like she used to bully me, whatever." And this housemate kicks me in the shin all of a sudden.
Oh, you told me.
Yeah. Like really hard. And I was like so in shock that had happened, and like no one saw.
Yeah.
So I was just like, what do I do right now? Like my mind just went blank, and I know I should have done something, but like my body could not react to it. So I just didn't say anything. And then I came back home and I was like, what the fuck? Like, why didn't I say anything? Because he literally had no reason.
Yeah.
And so then I told and I had like a gigantic ass, like green bruise on my shin for like a week or two.
Yeah.
And then I texted my guy friend. I was like, bro, your friend kicked me in the shin last night. I don't know why I didn't say anything. And this guy texted me saying sorry because I was back home at the time. And it pissed me off even more because he was just like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I was drunk.
That's not an excuse.
I know.
I don't think he was saying it as an excuse. I think he was just explaining.
No, he was like, oh, sometimes I don't know what I do when I'm drunk. Like, blah, blah. And I was like, what the fuck? And I'm like, you think drunk people just go around like kicking each other in the shin?
Yeah.
You know? I was like, you want me to kick you in the shin? You think if I'm drunk, I'm going to kick you in the shin? I don't think so. But I was such a good person. I was like, you know, it's fine because I'm never going to see you again, but don't ever do that shit to another girl. Like, and he was a guy too. I'm a freaking girl.
Yeah, I don't know why he would.
And he had like freaking Docs on or something. He had boots.
Yeah,
Yikes.
I don't understand that. You know, maybe he's a future wife beater or something. It's a very good possibility.
But that's one time I remember where I was not confrontational, and I'm so mad that I wasn't.
That kind of reminds me of like when people cheat on their significant other and they're like, oh, I was drunk, whatever. It's like when people use drunkenness as an excuse,
Yeah.
it's just so dumb because like you wouldn't do that if you're sober.
Yeah.
Like,
and if you're gonna cause issues like that, don't drink to begin with.
yeah. And like if people wouldn't do that if they're sober, they wouldn't do that if you're drunk, right? Like, let's say like you're super in love with someone and you're drunk. You're not gonna think to like cheat on them, right? You're gonna be like, oh, I love my boyfriend, whatever.
Right.
Like, it's just like it's a dumb excuse. I don't know why people use that excuse so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said like when you're out drunk and then you accidentally kiss another girl. Nicole almost ripped me another one for saying accidentally. He just said it's not an accident. It might be a mistake, but it's not an accident.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like the thing with being drunk is, I mean, I'm not saying it's an excuse or anything, but when you're so drunk, sometimes you act in ways that you don't even know.
Okay, I understand that.
Because
But
I feel like it does something to you.
There is sometimes a little motive. Like it's like the tiniest speck of motive.
Oh, and then it like blows it.
Yeah,
up.
because of the alcohol.
Like you gain that confidence to like.
So
just
you're
do
saying
it.
that action.
You get that fucking mentality in your head when you're drunk.
So you're saying that action had some truth somewhere in your mind.
Yeah.
Like
There had to have been planted a seed before. It can't just come out of
Yeah.
nowhere.
It's like that phrase.
Drunk words are sober thoughts.
Yeah.
I say that to all my parents.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't get me wrong. I've never done anything cheating activity, adulterous activities when I'm drunk.
Adulterous.
I've never done these types of activities when I'm drunk. But I feel like even when those types of things happen, it might be the case where it's not that he had even like a speck of cheating in his heart. It's just he was so drunk, and especially if a woman approaches
Oh, so
him,
he passed out on her lips.
in his mind, he blacked out.
Oh, so he woke up next to a girl the next morning.
Okay, I don't know about all that. I don't know about the going home part, but like let's just say like he was in the club, he was like, feeling himself, his girl's not there, and then some girl like comes up to him.
Okay.
And then, they share a little groove together.
Why would they do that?
Because she came up to him and then he was like just defenseless. But
You have a mouth to say no?
I don't know.
That's sexual assault then.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, when you're so drunk sometimes, like, I feel like it's not the case that the guy had any intentions to cheat from the beginning.
You think there is a possibility that it could come out of nowhere?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Interesting.
For girls and guys?
For
Yeah.
girls and guys.
Really?
Okay.
I
The
think-
only way. Okay. Also,
Okay,
if you're
I'm not okay.
fucked
Look,
up in a club, bro, like what are you doing?
that's exactly what I'm saying. For me, I would try my most hardest to not even get to that level of drunkenness in a club, to not even make those types of mistakes to begin with. I'm not saying cheating is okay at all, but I'm just saying in the cases where other people do, it may have not been the case that they wanted to cheat on their girlfriend, even in the
Okay, maybe
slightest.
they might not have wanted to,
But the opportunity came to them, and they just
and they
didn't
took
have
it.
they didn't have the right thinking at the time.
Well, obviously they said yes
I
with the
think
same mouth,
the
right?
only
They could say no.
possibility where this is like there's a possibility that it might happen is like if you were so drunk to the point
Yeah.
that you recognized the other person
As your
significant-
partner?
Oh, yeah, exactly. There you go. Something like that. I feel like when you're missing your significant other extra, and then you go to a type of place like that.
Go back to your significant other. Go home.
Okay, but sometimes that's not the case where that's possible. So what they do is they just go, and then like when they get so drunk, they're like, "Oh my goodness, like I need some attention," and they just like kind of let go and let
Like,
things happen to them.
oh, how'd you get here?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
type of thing.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
I guess like that could be a possibility. Yeah.
So yeah, let's just say you heard this. Let's just say you heard that explanation.
But it would be.
I'd be like, stop talking out of your ass.
Oh
Yeah, it sounds like.
Oh, I'm sorry. If you had a girl
yeah.
and she came to you and said that, oh, I thought the other guy was you.
Oh, absolutely not.
Exactly.
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah,
but I'm saying
a little convenient.
No, I never. I'm not saying I would ever do something like this. I'm saying.
You know what you're doing right now for the people out there? You're giving them a reason.
No,
You're giving them
an out for cheating. If you cheat, you should die. If you cheat, you should get something cut off your body. There should be consequences to your actions.
Maybe not those exactly, but yes, consequences,
There you
sure.
Go. Okay, I don't condone this type of. I think there should be harsh punishments for people that do the cheating. How about that?
See, it's easy to say for other people, but when it comes to you, you're not about it anymore, huh?
I cannot say anything because I have yet to. I never want to say anything like that and say I would never and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I'm human. Sober me, I would never.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? Let's not go down that way. I would never get that drunk to make that mistake anyways. Okay, I would never. Okay, fine. I would never.
What if your boy came up to you and said that shit?
Oh gosh. I don't even know. I would definitely think that like the excuse about thinking it's me. It seems too convenient. It's kind of hard to believe.
You just said it was a possibility.
I think.
What if it was that possibility?
Oh gosh, I don't know. It would sound like an excuse.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to believe.
Yeah. I guess I always have to think of it on the receiving end. If I were to get cheated on and I heard that, I wouldn't like that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
I'm always right.
Oh, you know, that's the end of this show today.
Hey!
That's the end of this show today. Oh my goodness. The Miss Always Writes. Two of them here today. My goodness. What was the topic again? What would you do? No.
Oh, confrontation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Mm.
I mean, the way I deal with confrontation, I feel like with guys and girls is very different.
Yeah.
Very, very different.
I was talking more just in like a general sense. Maybe not even with like friends.
I mean, recently I'm like less confrontational for sure.
I feel like if I care enough, I will confront them.
These days, I'm kind of in between that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be confrontational because I am usually, but at the same time, I think it depends on the other person whether or not I want to be confrontational. It's not that I don't care about them or I don't care enough about the situation, but sometimes I'm like, I feel like I'm putting in a little too much effort when they don't reciprocate that much. So it's more of like, maybe it's like a little bit of a pride thing for me where I don't think, or I'm thinking about myself first, where I don't think that, like, I think I'm worth more than me having to confront them about it.
Oh, wow.
Like, you don't want to be the one to do it every single time type of thing?
Yeah, because at a certain point, it gets old. And it just shows you what type of person the other person is.
Yeah.
So at that point, I could confront them and this could get better.
But you don't care.
But at the same time, I don't want to diminish my worth by doing that.
Right. And
like, it needs to be like, we need to meet in the middle. But it's like, sometimes I don't want to lend out the hand first.
Oh, I see.
Because like if you do it and then you like talk it out, whatever, it's just gonna happen again.
Maybe, but I don't know. I mean, obviously it depends on the person,
Mhm.
but some people, it just ain't worth.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And I just realized I 100% these days decide to deal with somebody or not based on whether I think that they're going to be receptive about what I'm saying. You know how like some people it takes a little bit extra to get them to understand your point?
Yeah.
If I feel like they're not gonna come easy to understand, okay, it's over. I don't want to deal with it. Because even if I this is a bad thing because even if I really care about this person, I feel like if they're not going to understand where I'm coming from, and it's gonna take me like a long explanation and like a lot of energy to get them to understand it, I I won't deal with it. I won't touch it because I'm just too lazy to.
It's tiring.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, it's not my job for you to be a better person.
Yeah.
And like, just because I tell you doesn't mean that they're going to change, you know?
Mhm.
So, and I feel like, you know, everyone, they know their own insecurities, their own problems, what qualities are not that great about themselves. And to have someone else tell them and them not change about it.
Yeah, exactly. Because in most times when you're confronting someone, you're calling out like somewhere they're lacking on. And it's so hard for people to swallow that pill that it takes a lot of energy from you to, first of all, word your presentation in a nice way so that it's like an easier thing for them to take in. And then like you need to do some convincing on top of that.
No, I don't mind doing all of that. I could do that. I don't mind. It's just some of my relationships or friendships that I've had in the past, like if I think, I mean, you know, or you know too, like there's like, I watch people and like our friendships and our relationships and how they are throughout it, like from the small things to the big things. And I don't really say much because usually I don't really care. But when I do have a problem, I look back at our friendship and see how much they've reciprocated to me
Mm.
and see where their efforts lie. And it's not a competition. It's not like every time I do something for you, you have to do something for me. It's just, it should balance out at a certain point, you know, like
Right.
throughout the, you know, period of your relationship or friendship. But sometimes if that shit does not add up to mine, I am just like, why am I even trying to, you know, get them to, you know, do whatever I want or like be a better person or like fix this issue about themselves when they really haven't been adding that much meaning to my life. And I feel like, okay, as bad as it is to say, friendship is transactional. It has to benefit you in some way. I don't think necessarily a relationship is like that. It's a lot deeper. But friendship, it is.
Yeah, you know.
As sad as it is to say,
Yeah, it is.
Because like I offer you fun and you offer me fun in return.
yeah,
type
it
of
could,
thing.
I'm not saying like a monetary thing. It's just, yeah. It's
In
just
energy
like,
in every way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's why I have like different types of friends too, because like sometimes I go to this friend for
Certain things.
like going out
Yeah.
or like drinking or whatever.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
sometimes I go to other friends to just chill,
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah.
You know, like those types of things, it benefits you in some way.
Yeah.
You know, makes you feel good.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, yeah, maybe that's why there's a difference between in terms of like, even if you were to hang out with your best friend like all day, like you feel like your social battery is drained, even if they're your best friend. But then if you're with your significant other, like it seems like, you know, even if you spend like a extended amount of time with them, like it's you don't seem to be too drained of your energy. I mean, unless you are. But I feel like that seems to be the case with a lot of people that are dating around me, like they can spend a lot of time together and they don't seem to be, like drained of their energy. But like if I were to spend time with them, for both them and me, like we could tell, like, okay, like it's time to go home now. I think there's that
Yeah.
aspect of where like friendship definitely is transactional. So both sides need to be putting in equal amounts of effort to make this time fun, right? But when you're in like a thing with somebody, like I think a lot of times it's not as equal types of energy, at least immediately in that very moment. Like you guys just exist in each other's presence. So maybe it's like a little less energy draining, you know?
Because like you could be hanging out with your friends all day, but then you could go home and still like talk to your significant
Exactly.
other.
Yeah, exactly. But you're not
Yeah.
going to call up your friends that you just hung out with and just be
Yeah.
like, I mean,
Like,
unless
hey,
you
let's
are.
continue
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah.
Well, like if you're
exactly.
hanging out with your significant other, you don't come home and like tell your friend about like everything
No,
that
yeah.
you and your
I mean,
significant.
yeah. Unless it's like a first or second date,
Yeah.
But like I think it's possible for a lot of people, or like a lot of people do, like when you hang out with your significant other, you get home and then you call them again.
Yeah.
I think that's like very common,
Yeah.
Because like, let's say you're married, right?
Yeah.
You could go to Disneyland with
Yeah.
your wife,
There you go.
and then you go home. You go back home with your wife, and you still
Yeah,
like
exactly.
it's like it's rest.
Yeah,
at that
exactly,
point.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I think definitely like that just shows you like the energy output that goes with friends versus somebody that you're seeing.
Yeah.
Very like I was like thinking about it. I was like, yeah, I guess that is very true. Something about being with friends is very different from being with somebody
Well,
that
yeah. Obviously, because of the love.
You think that's what it is? That's the magic.
That is. I mean, what else is different?
I guess. Yeah, I think that something about being with somebody that you like versus, your friends, it's definitely different.
I mean, it's because your significant other, as they say, becomes your best friend. So it's like you have your best friend plus the love,
Oh, okay. The secret sauce.
the secret sauce,
Yeah.
the secret potion.
Yeah.
Sauce.
Yeah.
So it's like best of both worlds.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like a friend, but it's like it's your person.
Oh.
It's like
'Cause,
your
like-
ride or die.
Your significant other, you tell them everything, right? Like,
Do you? Okay, this is an interesting one.
Oh.
Do you tell your do you
Yeah.
do you guys tell your everything? Everything, literally no secrets. Zero. Like there's nothing you hold back. Not a single thing. Wow.
Yeah. I feel like
I bet everybody like they leave some major component out.
like what?
what are you hiding?
No, I'm not hiding anything, but like
Like, if you were to date someone, what is something that you would hide from them?
it's not hide, but
Oh, I guess you wouldn't share it.
Okay.
yeah.
Well-
No. But I could
Like
go
the
in-
category of
yeah. I could I think
What would you leave out?
for me, I don't think I would talk about like let's just say okay, like for example, let's just say like I was in school and then I'm like having a lot of issues with like my schoolwork or whatever,
Okay.
right? Or like if like like with my job, I'm having issues with my job. Things like that I wouldn't share. Like I wouldn't like it's not because like I'm trying to hide it from them. It's just I don't feel the need.
Oh, I mean-
Sometimes I feel like sharing unless it's like a emotional issue, I feel like with practical issues I wouldn't share it as much.
So, like, if they were to ask you,
No, it's not that oh I can't tell you. I wouldn't bring it up like to begin with.
like, if they see like something's off about
Oh
you
yeah,
or
if they ask me, yeah, then I'll share.
okay, yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I
but-
mean. Like,
but
if
I'm, like,
he were
saying-
to ask me something, I would.
Okay.
tell him.
Yes, but also assuming you guys talk every day.
Yeah,
Like let's say you come home after school or like after work.
yeah.
It's like a very stressful day.
Yeah.
You wouldn't say anything.
I'll try not to.
But like, don't you guys like? I feel like when I'm in a relationship, if something's like stressing me out like throughout the day or whatever, then like obviously you just generally and usually just tell them about how your day was.
No, yeah, I'll just be like, oh, it was like a tough day. But then
So let's just say like you had like an argument with like your
Okay, yeah, something that's super like triggering, like maybe I'll do like a little rant, but on the day-to-day stuff, like
Okay, yeah, like there was a lag on my computer. Okay, we're not gonna talk about that
not
kind of
like
stuff.
not like that. Okay, for example, I would try to let's just say I had an extended period of time where I was struggling on something. I would try to keep it to a minimum. I would try not to bring it up too much. Maybe it's like a pride thing. Maybe I don't want to feel like I'm incompetent or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it's also maybe like a thing where I just know in my mind sharing with them won't fix the situation. I just got to get myself out of it.
Thing is, like at the beginning of my relationship, I wouldn't really like bring up stuff that like stressed me out too much, like schoolwork, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think as like the relationship went on and I got more comfortable,
Yeah.
it was like kind of a safe space for me to like
I see.
let
Vent.
out my stresses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, I've always been a big believer in saying those types of problems only to people that can help me solve them.
Okay, I understand that. And it's not a matter of like whether they can help you with the problem. It's just
Yeah.
about you having someone there to listen to it. And it's not about like solving it necessarily.
I guess, but I feel like just the way that I've been living up until now, if I'm not gonna hear something that's gonna help me solve it, it's just more like waste of time for me. I don't want to like. It's just what's the point of talking about it if I'm not gonna solve it?
I also think I get your point, but I also think that it's good to maybe talk about those things, maybe not like every day, but like
Yeah.
occasionally
when you
because
need an outlet. Like,
yeah, you yourself need an outlet, plus the other person gets to know more about you.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because like on the other person, like on your significant other's side, like you may seem kind of closed off then.
Yeah.
Because like, oh, they're like, oh, tell me about your day. And like, oh, it was rough. Like
like,
that's
they're
it.
gonna be like,
No, but
oh,
I
what was
I
rough
feel
about
like
it?
Yeah.
I feel like maybe this is just my own thought. Like maybe sharing those types of things, it could ruin their day too. So I would rather not bring that negative
I
energy
understand.
See,
over.
But you know, in my experience, both sides kind of feel that way. But if they're going through something like really bad or stressful, I feel like they don't want to tell their significant other because they don't want them to like,
Feel bad.
yeah.
But the other person usually wants to be there.
Because like, let's say you had a girlfriend and she's going through something, but she's not telling you about it
Yeah.
because you're not going to solve her problems.
Yeah.
But like,
No, yeah.
you would want her
yeah,
to
I'll-
tell you
yeah,
about
yeah, for sure.
You would want to
Exactly.
like talk it out with her, like help her feel better a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
It's the same thing.
Really?
I feel like you might be thinking that you're doing this out of consideration.
Yeah.
But then if you were in their shoes, you wouldn't want them to do that, right?
I see.
And your day might just get a little better by telling them. Because then they'll probably do something,
To make
hopefully.
my day better.
Yeah. Like order like your favorite food or
Oh,
like
okay.
watch your favorite movie or you know
Okay.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like it
Yeah,
will either take your mind off of it or like you know you appreciate your partner even more. Like there's nothing that could go bad from telling your partner about.
I think there can be. I really do. Especially
Occasionally.
if it's
Let me emphasize occasionally. You can't be you can't be like, oh, I hate my job every single freaking
like once a
day.
quarter type thing.
Yeah, occasionally when it's like something, you know.
Major.
Yeah, and that's I think you should tell your partner if it's affecting you.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like visibly affecting you.
Yeah.
Like obviously if there's like an error in your paperwork or something, like it's not that big of a
Yeah, it's
deal,
like-
then like
My work boss, he didn't put another zero.
I see.
like
You know?
those type of things, like it's fine. You're not hiding anything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like you also, I feel like it's not good to be too closed off
Yeah.
because your partner wants to be there for you.
So okay. So I'll like tell them, okay, this is affecting me so much. I'm not gonna talk to you for the next like
No. No.
what is
No. Why where did that come from?
I don't wanna
We were just talking
I'm telling them my problem and I'm gonna be like
but why do you
because I feel like it's affecting me. So I don't want to bring that negative energy in here. I'll talk to you next Saturday.
No, they're gonna try to help make that negative energy into positive energy.
No, yeah, I'm gonna tell them, yeah, you could do what you want to do, but I don't want to like give you this negative
can't
energy.
just
Why are
not
you in a
talk-
relationship then?
Yeah.
What do you mean
At that point.
to give a good experience?
So only when there's positive things to say and positive
I don't
energy.
know. I'm telling her about my negative time.
Yeah, and then you're ghosting for 6 days.
Not 6 days. It's not ghosting because I'm
Oh, I thought you said 6 weeks.
no, not 6 weeks. I'm not ghosting. I'm prematurely letting them know that I will be doing this. That's not a ghost. I'll be back.
Terminator.
Wait, so you're
Yeah.
just gonna leave them like that?
You know, I feel like, okay, what if, no,
What
maybe
if-
not
what if
6
you're-
days, maybe a couple days, you know, sometimes if I'm really going through it, just be like, hey, like, it'd be better if I didn't talk to you.
Well, like, let's say your partner comes up to you and says that exact thing. Wouldn't you be like, what?
Yeah, definitely.
What is wrong with you?
But for me, I don't want to, like,
Yeah, they
I'm
don't.
down
Okay,
to
fine.
receive. I'm down to receive.
Okay, well, they don't want to. Exactly like you.
Okay,
They
fine, I'll
wanna
talk to
help you.
I'll talk to I'll just be like,
I'll talk.
yeah, I'll just, you know.
No, they don't want to talk
But
to you.
okay, like I'm just scared that like this is gonna put them in a bad mood too. That's just what it is for me.
Well, I mean, you're gonna go through like highs and lows together. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
I guess.
Like, you're not. supposed
That's
to-
what you're signing up for in a relationship.
It's unrealistic to.
Together. You are one.
Oh,
It's unrealistic to think that all of the time that you spend with your partner is gonna be positive.
Yeah.
So, like,
It's not okay. Literally, a relationship is not about the positive parts. You can have the lovey-dovey honeymoon phase, whatever, in literally anyone you meet.
Yeah. Yes.
Like that's easy. Going on dates, watching movies together, doing stuff together. Anyone can do that. But it's really just when it comes to the tough times.
They never last. They never last.
like
You-
what?
No, it's this video that always comes up in my head when I say tough times, but I'll show you it later. What was I saying? Oh, it's in the tough times that you guys have to work it out.
Right.
And that really shows you who they are. And who you are,
Yeah, I guess so.
actually.
I guess so.
It's like, are you gonna get through it with them or not?
Oh. Maybe. I
Because
think
there's a very low chance of that with anybody else.
I just maybe the thing is, it's just I never want to come off as incompetent.
I don't think you having that like
So this,
that doesn't even, that's just your own thing then. That's just your own little insecurity then.
no, exactly. I'm not saying that it's their fault by any means. I'm just saying, number one, I don't want to make them feel bad in a certain way, and also I want to like present myself in the best way possible.
That goes back to what I say. That's the tough times.
Present myself in the best way possible.
No,
Sometimes.
I'm saying that this is also a test for your
Oh,
partner.
to see if they're willing to accept me at my lows.
Yeah.
Oh.
because like if you're hiding your incompetence,
And that is gonna show sooner or later.
yeah,
Regardless.
like, you're
Like,
kind of like
maybe,
showing like a
yeah.
fake version of yourself,
Oh, yeah, maybe.
like an
You can't
ideal
Jekyll and
version.
Hyde every single day.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. I'm not going through a tough time right now. I'm not. Right now is right now is a very good time in my life.
Okay.
Right now is a very, very good time in my
I
life.
hope so.
Yeah. The right now. Is,
I low key thought we were therapists for a second.
no. Right? No.
I almost thought that I was gonna.
I'll say this right now. For the first time in many months, this past couple months has been very good for me. So I'm not going through a bad time at all right now. It's a very.
I don't know.
Well, if you disappear, I'll know you're going. through
Yeah,
a tough
there you
time.
go. There you go. But right now, it's a very, very good time for me right now. Very,
Well,
very
maybe
good.
that's why I didn't see you when I first met Nicole. Were you like?
Oh,
going through-
I mean, maybe, yeah, mentally, yeah, maybe. But right now is a wonderful time for me right now.
Good to hear.
Life is good. Life is very, very wonderful right now. Yeah, maybe it's just in preparation for what's to come in the future. Maybe because troughs always come in life.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, I mean, maybe you can do
You
some
had to.
internalizing before
No, that's why we're
uh-huh.
doing this right now.
Okay.
Because you got to think about this in the good times.
Right.
With a
Right.
clear mind.
Yes.
How you're going to deal with tough times.
Not
Yeah.
when your head's in a
No,
dark
yeah,
place.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
It's good. This is good.
Yeah, for me, it's in preparation.
I feel like literally every single time we do a podcast, it's literally a therapy session.
it's not a therapy session right now.
or a lecture.
Yeah, it's not a therapy session because I'm not going through it right now. It's just in preparation for what is to come.
Right.
You know, it's,
Glad we got this sorted
yeah,
out.
yeah, definitely. You know, nothing is as incredible as hearing advice from two of the women in this world that are correct 100% of the time. You know,
Best people to hear.
Hey, no rate of failure.
Yeah.
Yes.
So sharing your lows with your significant other when you have your lows, it's gonna either break it or make it, strengthen the bond. I see
Yes.
all these things.
Good. You got it all.
You learned something today.
Every day I learn something new. Every episode is a new learning experience for me.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
Happy for you.
Thank you very much. You know,
A lot of enlightenments for you today.
no, yeah, you know, there's many things that I learned in this podcast that I already start putting into use, and it's been very good for me.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah. Is that it?
I guess so.
Okay. You know what? Thank you very much for listening to
Yes, thank
another
you.
very, very special episode. Episode 18. We'll be back next week with another good one.
Hannah, do you have anything to say to the audience?
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay, yeah. Subscribe to all our shit. Go, to all of our Instagram, YouTube, Facebook.
Just check out our link tree.
Yeah,
Joseph always blows it
Spotify.
out. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But
Check it out. Bye.